Hey everyone, it's Maddie Robert and this is Tech Tuesday. Today we're talking about redirect links, what they are, how to use them, and when you should use them. A redirect link is a page that you put on your website that will take users from the website that they type in to a different website of your choice. This can be used for many different reasons. Primarily, it's used to create simple and easy to remember URL addresses or web addresses to pages that you want people to go to either on your website or on another area. So for example, if you have social media profiles or you have specific places on the web that you want to send traffic, you can set these up to send your visitors to those places. This can also be used if you're changing the file structure on your website and you want to send people to the new structure while still maintaining the old links that may be out there for some users. So the main reason to use one of these redirect links is to create an easy to remember and a shorter URL to send people to pages that you want to promote. So for example, if you have a Facebook profile and you want to send people to the Facebook profile, instead of trying to tell them, oh, find me under this name or go to this place or search for this, you can say, go to mywebsite.com/Facebook. You will need the following in order to create a redirect link. First, you'll need a website. If you don't have a website, you can't use this. There are free services out there that you can use, such as Bitly and tinyURL, and they pretty much do the same thing. So if you have a website, you need access to the file structure on that website so that you can upload files directly to your web server. If you're using Windows, you will need Notepad, and if you're using a Mac, you will need TextEdit. Both of these programs come already installed with your computer, so you should have everything you need to get ready to go. All right, so before we jump over to the computer and I show you how to do this, I want to give you a few words of caution. If you have a content management system that manages how your website is organized, such as WordPress or Joomla or anything like that, you'll need to keep in mind that those content management systems create web folder structures for your website that may interfere with the folder or the link that you want to create to send users to another page. So for example, on my website, I have the permalink set up to be maddierobert.com/category/post number. So if one of my categories is the same as the custom link that I want to create, I need to think of something different and use something different for the custom link. Also, the link structures that you create need to follow standard web rules, meaning that the link can only be upper and lowercase letters and numbers. You can't have any special characters, you can't have any spaces, it needs to be one continuous word. So with this, there are two methods that you can use, and it depends on your preference and your comfort level on which one you choose. First, you can manage the files directly on the website backend. You should be able to access something called a file manager or something similar to that, and you can create and store the files that way, or you can use an FTP client to create the files on your desktop and then simply drag them over and copy them to your web server directly. Before we jump over to the computer, I just want to point out that below in the description, there's a link to a page on my website where you can download the file that you'll need to get started. So with that, let's jump over to the computer and I'll show you how to create this file. All right, so once you download the zip file from the video description, you'll get this zip file and you can navigate to that from your downloads folder. All you need to do is uncompress all you need to do is unzip the file. For me, I can just double click on it and it will create the folder itself. On Windows, you might need to right click and say uncompress, but that will add a new folder to my desktop. When I open that folder, I see that there's one file within that folder. This is the file that we're going to upload to our website, which is going to redirect the user to the new URL that we want them to go to. So if I double click on this file, it will go directly to my YouTube channel. So I set up the file to go directly to my YouTube channel. So I'll go ahead and close that. If you want to edit this file, because it's a web file, your computer will automatically open it up in your web browser. But in order to edit the file and edit the code within the file, you need to right-click, and then you want to go to Open With. And then you will either choose Notepad on Windows or you'll choose Text Edit on a Mac. And that will open up the actual page and the actual HTML information. Now, if you don't know HTML, don't worry, because there's only one thing that we need to change within this file. All of this information here just tells the browser that it's a web page and it's using JavaScript. Everything after this just says we're done using JavaScript and we're done with the web page. This line right here is the only thing that you need to be concerned with. This is JavaScript that will tell the browser to change the location to this specific web address. So you'll have this quote here and this quote at the end. Those need to stay there in order for this to work. So you're going to select after the quote and to this end quote, and you're going to type in your website, just as you would type it in Internet Explorer. So I'm going to say http://www.google.com. So now I'm done editing. I'm done doing anything that I need. So I'm going to go to File and Save, and I can go ahead and close this document. And now if I open the file again, it's going to go to google.com. So you can put any website that you want in here. The only thing is that you must have this quote at the beginning and at the end of the web address. Otherwise, it doesn't know where to start and stop the actual web address. So there are a couple of different ways to get this file onto your website. First, I can go through the back end of my web page, or second, I can use an FTP client. So first, let's go to Safari and let's go to the back end of my web page. So this is the back-end office of my actual web page. Within here, you should have something that says Manage Hosting that allows you to go in and get to the file manager. So I'm going to click on that, and that's going to bring me to the file manager. So within here, I now have the option to go into File Manager. So I'm going to click on that option, and then this brings me directly to the file folder structure where my website is. So this has all of my WordPress content, and it has all of my different folders that are out there. So as you can see, I have a bunch of folders with random letters and numbers going to different places that I want. I also have a Facebook folder. I also have an Instagram folder, a Pinterest folder, and some other things. Twitter, you name it. So if I want to create a new shortcut document, I can come in here and say New and create directory. And then I'll give that directory a name. So let's call it Tech Tuesday. And now that will create the new folder, Tech Tuesday, on my website. So if I go into that folder, now that folder is empty. So I have a couple of options. I can go and upload the file directly, or I can create a new file directly from here. So here I can go to New and Create File, and I'll call that Index. And that will create my new index.html. And then I can go in and edit it. So if I come back over here and I come back and open this up with Text Edit, and I copy all of this and I paste it here, I will be able to save that. But something that's even easier, what would be even easier, I'm going to delete this. So what I can also do is I can click on the upload button, and then I can navigate to my desktop, and then I can go into that redirect folder and I can select the file that I want to import or upload and click on choose. And that will upload it to the server. So now, if I go to maddyrobert.com/tech-tuesday, it's going to bring me to Google. So what I would want to do is put in the actual website where I want traffic to go, but this will then create, or this will then allow me to send people wherever I want. So if I type in maddyrobert.com/Facebook, it will bring me right to my Facebook page. So the other option that I have is to use an FTP client. So I have Forklift open, and this is an FTP application that allows me to go and update files just like I would through Windows Explorer, or if I were to open up the hard drive. It works the same way. So if I open up my HTTP documents, here are all the same folders that I had. Now if I want to redirect my people to Google, I'll change the name to Google, and then all I have to do is drag this over to HTTP docs, and now it's uploaded that folder in here with the HTML file here. So if I go back over to Safari and type in maddyrobert.com/Google, it's going to take me directly to Google. Alright, so that's everything you need to know to create a short link on your website. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I will get back to you as best I can. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't think I did a good job and you don't like this video, give me a thumbs down. If you like this content and you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check out my website, maddyrobert.com, for more information on this and all of my other content. And I'll see you in the next video.